Call the September 2019 Mississippi County Quorum Court to order. And tonight we have with us from Blytheville Elementary, McKinley Walker, Kayla Thompson, Amari Ekton. If y'all would come forward, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and before we leave here,
We want some pictures.
yes, we want some pictures.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank y'all for coming.
Curtis, get them come right here in front of the flag. Don't Curtis, stay around here. Just stand right here in front of the flag for him.
You know what? They got to get 2 or 3 pieces. Look at it, look at it.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you, y'all did a very good job.
Very good job.
Y'all did a nice job.
Justice Nelson is going to give the invocation.
Let us pray. Our Father, we ask your blessing upon us tonight as we gather here to do the work for Mississippi County. We ask you to give all of us seated around this table the courage to represent those that we represent with dignity and truth. Let us be honorable with each other, and let us treat each other with respect and kindness. Bless Judge Byrd, Justice Byrd, and his family in their time of stress. Thank you, Lord, for all of the things that you have allowed us to enjoy. In his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I'd like to welcome my wife, Angela, back.
Amen.
She's back on her feet. We'll call the roll.
Justice Ash.
Here.
Justice Belcher. Justice Verge. Justice Clay. Justice Fleeman.
Here.
Justice Hinton.
Here.
Justice Hepler.
Here.
Justice Jackson.
Here.
Justice Nelson.
Here.
Justice Norval.
Here.
Justice White.
Here.
We have a quorum. We have we'll move to the reading and approval of the minutes.
Judge, I'd like to make a motion that we dispense with the reading of the minutes since we've all been provided with a copy.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And this evening, we've got Candy here that's going to present our financials because Peggy's is in Little Rock with her husband who has had some health problems.
Farmers Bank gave us the highest rate for a new CD. If we want to get a new CD, they gave us 2.35 for 1 year for $100,000. Taxes were a little bit more than they were in July in August. And Peggy wanted to tell everybody that County General has dropped a lot this last month.
The county general's what?
The balance has dropped in that fund quite a bit.
Our county general fund is below $1 million for the first time
Okay, all right.
in about a year.
Well,
We're slightly below 900,000 in the CG fund, but we're converging on tax collections. Our county collector is here tonight, and she's brought her bodyguard because she's probably carrying so many taxes that she's collected in.
And that's not unusual for this time of year, is that correct?
No, this is kind of one of the low times that we have until we get the taxes. This is our low sway in the fiscal year.
So this is normal. Any difficult questions for Kenny?
Well, she always says about something.
Thank you, Kenny. We'll move on to committee reports. Justice White, have you got a finance committee report?
Well, we've got 3 listed, and the reason for that is we are in the budgetary process for the 2020 budget. Most of our business and all the meetings pertain to that. The first meeting or two, we've been looking at our revenues. We've stated several times that the basis of a good budget is a good revenue projection, knowing how much money we have to work with to begin with before we can even begin the expenditures. But we are getting some expenditure requests turned in from the various departments now. We've gone through, half a dozen of them. We have another half a dozen scheduled for this coming Monday. We generally present the budget for the full court's approval in November if we can have it put together. We're on pace for that right now. We are continuing to meet every Monday. In our regular finance committee meeting that we had this past week, we had a little bit of business in addition to the budgetary process. You'll see some of that in the form of ordinances and appropriation ordinances that we're going to present later tonight. Most of those will come out of the Planning and Development Committee, which Justice Nelson will touch on.
All right. Justice Nelson, do you have a planning and development report?
Judge, I am in shock that Justice White finished.
That was off the class.
That's a record.
Was that for all the meetings, or was that just one of them?
Those 3.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure.
But our economic developer, Mr. Chitwood, did bring 3 different things to the committee. 2 of them are financial appropriations. The law firm of Dover, Dixon, and Horn in Little Rock said that there was an election last session. It was added to the Constitution that incentive money can be paid direct to a company, reimbursing them for expenses for land, building, equipment, such things as railroads and infrastructure. Great River Board voted to approve that, to accept it, and ask us to do the same. So we have that on the agenda tonight to accept that opinion. Second, Mr. Chitwood asked us to spend some money, which that seems to be, well, put him Cliff Cash Chitwood. But anyway, there is a Mr. Pickle manufacturer coming to town, and Mr. Chitwood asked us to assist him in his business with some capital needs. We're going to appropriate $50,000, $15,000 for capital venture, and $35,000 to assist him for rent. He has promised to get up to 10 employees. He currently has 4. Lastly, but not least, we are out of land that is ready to present to people searching for a place to start an industry. We don't have any sites ready, so he's asked us for $300,000, $150,000 for the north end, $150,000 for the south end, to get some land that he has picked out that would be ideal for businesses to get them site ready. So it'll make sure there's no Native Americans or anything on the land, and if they come look at it, we can tell them, yes, this piece of property is ready, and we don't have to tell them that we'll get the site ready to go. Those are the 3 things that we're going to present to the court for approval tonight.
Thank you, Justice Nelson. Cliff, would you mind telling us basically what the site preparation, what goes into that and how?
Yes, it's first a phase one study, environmental study, then a cultural study which determines if there are any graveyards, Native American artifacts on site. Then a water study to determine that it is not, there are no waters of the United States on the site. And lastly, and what is most expensive, are soil borings, which we would, like on a 160-acre site, we would probably do about 5 of those to give them an idea of what the substrate of the soil looks like. And that's important here because most of our industries mount very heavy pieces of equipment. So it lets them know how deep they're going to have to send their pilings, how wide their spaced footings are going to have to be, because that can be a tremendous cost. And therefore, when we have that package, then the state can certify the site as a certified site, and we can put it up on their website and our website. And it's one of those things, economic development seems to just be a continuing war of escalation. And now, if you don't have that, they won't listen to me say, we'll get all those studies done. They won't have done, or they just won't come look.
So this is going to have to be done anyway, and put us ahead of the game by doing it now.
Will put us in the game. Without the certified sites, we won't get a look.
Thank you,
What
Cliff.
does it cost per site?
About 150,000.
Per site, so
Yes.
it can only do 2.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to the business at hand. We have some appropriations.
You want to do the appropriations first, or you want to do the ordinances first?
Oh, excuse me, I misspoke. I meant the ordinances. We have 4 that's on the table. Is there a motion?
This, just need you to reference on the first ordinance. This was simply a correction in the name. The Essence Club had asked us to adopt an ordinance allowing them to apply for a license. Well, according to the Alcoholic Beverage Commission, it has to be listed as Delta Club Incorporated, doing business as Essence Club, Essence Highway 18. So that's what this will be, and I do make a motion that we approve this motion.
Second.
Would you read the ordinance?
Ordinance number O-2019-31. An ordinance to amend previous ordinance number O-2019-03 to show corrected names of the Essence Private Club. Whereas it is necessary to amend ordinance number O-2019-03, correcting the names of the private club, the ordinance should read, approve the application of the Delta Club Incorporated, doing business as Essence Highway 18, to operate as a private club in Mississippi County, Arkansas, with an address of 2044 East State Highway 18, Blytheville, Arkansas. Whereas Act 1112 of 2017, which amended the permitting procedure of set forth in Arkansas Code annotated 3-9-222 for private clubs in the state of Arkansas, requires the county to approve by ordinance an application for a permit to operate as a private club before the applicant can submit the application to the State Alcoholic Beverage Control Division. Now therefore be it ordained by the governing body of Mississippi County, Arkansas, Section 1, that the County of Mississippi, State of Arkansas, hereby approves the amendment of the Delta Club Incorporated, doing business as Essence Highway 18, for a permit to operate as a private club in Mississippi County, Arkansas, with an address of 2044 East State Highway 18, Blytheville, Arkansas.
Because this is an ordinance that has to be read 3 times, I make a motion that we suspend the rules and read it by title only. Second.
Justice Ash?
Yes.
Justice Fleeman?
Yes.
Justice Hinton?
Yes.
Justice Hepler?
Yes.
Justice Jackson?
Yes.
Justice Nelson?
Yes.
Justice Norval?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Ordinance number O-2019-31, an ordinance to amend previous ordinance O-2019-03 to show corrected names of the Essence Private Club.
Make a motion to suspend the rules and read it for a third time by title only.
Second.
You call the roll.
Justice Ash?
Yes.
Justice Fleeman?
Yes.
Justice Helpler? Excuse me, Justice Hinton?
Yes.
Justice Helpler?
Yes.
Justice Jackson?
Yes.
Justice Nelson?
Yes.
Justice Norval?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Ordinance number O-2019-31, an ordinance to amend previous ordinance O-2019-3 to show corrected names of the Essence Private Club.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Is there discussion?
Judge, we voted on this unanimously the first time, and it's just a requirement by the ABC that they want a name change. It's a simple clerical error.
Would you call the roll?
Justice Ash?
Yes.
Justice Fleeman?
Yes.
Justice Hinton?
Yes.
Justice Helpler?
Yes.
Justice Jackson?
Yes.
Justice Nelson?
Yes.
Justice Norval?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
And you've now approved 2019-31. We have another ordinance.
Judge, I'd like the clerk to read the ordinance authorizing Mississippi County to do business with an individual that works for the county, and then I'll ask the court's forgiveness after she reads the ordinance.
Ordinance number O-2019-32, an ordinance authorizing Mississippi County to do business with Eagle Laser Engraving located in Leachville, Arkansas. Whereas Mississippi County desires to do business with services provided by Eagle Laser Engraving located in Leachville, Arkansas, and whereas Deputy Kevin Cooper, employed by Mississippi County, is owner of said business, and whereas Arkansas Code annotated 14-14-1202 authorizes the Quorum Court to make a determination that such business transactions are in the best interest of the county. Now therefore be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas, that circumstances exist to justify Eagle Laser Engraving to do business with Mississippi County.
Judge, it just was brought to my attention this afternoon that this individual, Deputy Kevin Cooper, I honestly don't know, but he desires to participate in the bid process on the renovation of this building. He has a business apparently that does like name plaques and such. Seeing as how this is our last regular meeting in this thing, that I've said for the third time, and that we will start that process probably before we meet again in regular session. Cindy called and asked what I thought, did we have time to get it to a committee, and asked her to just simply prepare the ordinance, and I'm throwing it at your feet for discussion tonight. I'm not pushing for or against particularly. He's just simply asking for the privilege of participating in the bid process when they do open bids or submit bid process for the renovation project.
He has gifted the county with a tile that he has etched with this laser process of this courthouse as it appears today. And I think he's interested in revisiting that once this renovation addition is completed, to do another one that has changes in it. So he does very good work.
Well, truly the correct process is to take this committee. But because of the time constraints and that we might start the bids before our next regular monthly meeting, I just asked if the court would at least consider it tonight.
Is there a motion?
I'd move for adoption. Second.
I thought we were gonna have a little discussion there, I'm sorry.
We'll do.
I don't know this individual either, and I don't really have any objection, but I think, if it's gonna be a bid process, and he's gonna be bidding against, because I mean, I just don't want the county to be doing business with one individual. I mean, that's not where we're headed with this, correct? It's gonna be, he
just wants to participate in the bid process and to be able to at least submit a bid. Right now, he can't.
Right.
Well, and I have a question. So this gentleman has a business in Leachville. Is there a location, or is this?
I believe he works out of his house.
I think he has a little small shop.
Yes. I know I guess the guidelines state that, we should only do business with county employees when it's under unusual circumstances. This may qualify as unusual circumstances, but I do think it's important for us to adhere to those guidelines. We have such a professionalism in so many other areas. I think this is one where we really need to make sure that we are extra professional, that it does not appear that we're just simply doing business with ourselves.
So are you in favor? That was really pretty, but I don't know how to explain it.
I think this has time to go back before committee.
But if we can table it and bring it next month, if that's what y'all prefer, and find out more information.
I would make a motion.
I think that we will have time. John David, where are we on the bid process?
I can give you that information right now, but just pull it up because I knew you were going to ask. The final drawings are on track to be done October the 4th. The project, at y'all's discretion, or if you guys would bid October the 29th.
So, we would go, it'd be November before anything,
It would be 2 weeks after October the 29th. I mean, that's when it would go into the paper, it would be October the 29th.
Our next regular meeting is the 22nd, so that would give you
I
time.
think it'd give us plenty of time if y'all want
You want to
to.
table?
I would make a motion to table it, bring it back before committee. And I would like these people that's wanting to do business with the county, I wish they would come to a meeting and present themselves and tell us some stuff about them.
I agree.
I
He
second that
will be
motion.
submitted his bid to the general contractor anyway, and he won't be submitting it to the county.
But it's still a county project and county
No,
money.
he won't be paid by the general contractor.
I think maybe with questions like that, in order for him to get a fair vote and everyone to be able to vote with intelligent, with information there, I think that would be a good thing to go.
Well, you got a motion, this table, and a second. Need a
Call roll.
Justice Ash,
Yes.
Justice Fleeman,
Yes.
Justice Hinton,
Yes.
Justice Hepler,
Yes.
Justice Jackson,
Yes.
Justice Nelson,
Yes.
Justice Norval,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yes. Judge, I have a little more complicated ordinance that I'd like the clerk to read regarding the Mississippi County Public Facilities Board.
Would you read the ordinance, please?
Ordinance number O-2019-33. An ordinance authorizing the appointment of board members to the Mississippi County Public Facilities Board, currently vacant, to be effective immediately and for other purposes. Whereas Mr. Cliff Chitwood of Osceola, Arkansas, Justice Rick Ash of Blytheville, Arkansas, and Mayor Dickie Kennemore of Osceola, Arkansas were appointed and confirmed by the Mississippi County Quorum Court during September 22nd, 2015. And whereas these three board members resigned effective March 1st, 2018, and according to HUD records were replaced on November 19th, 2018 by the Mississippi County Public Facilities Board, remaining board members, the Mississippi County Public Facilities remaining board members, and whereas ACA 14-169-208C 2C3 states that if the commissioners fail to make the appointment within a 30-day period, the governing body shall appoint a successor. And whereas a total of 263 days had elapsed between the resignation and appointment of these three board members, 230 days more than Arkansas statute compels, and whereas ACA 14-169-208G1 states 3 commissioners shall constitute a quorum of the authority for the purpose of conducting its business and exercising its powers and for all other purposes. Whereas no quorum of the Mississippi County Public Facilities Board existed between the dates of March 1st, 2018 and November 19, 2018. Therefore, no business, including the appointments of these 3 board members, were acknowledged by this body. And whereas ACA 14-169-208C2B states that when the term of office of a commissioner expires or other vacancy occurs in the commissioners of an authority, The Commissioners shall appoint a successor to fill the vacancy, subject to confirmation by the municipal or county governing body. And whereas there is no record of confirmation of these 3 board members, and whereas ACA 14-169-208D1 states, a certificate of appointment or reappointment of any commissioner shall be filed with the clerk of the governing body, and whereas the Mississippi County Clerk's Office has no record of a certificate of appointment for these 3 positions by the Mississippi County Quorum Court, now therefore be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas, that 1 Curtis Walker, Deputy Prosecuting Attorney, be appointed and confirmed by this court. 2, Marcia McLean, retired educator, be appointed and confirmed by this court. 3, Dr. Blanche Hunt, Vice President of Arkansas Northeastern College, be appointed and confirmed by this court. 2, if any provision of this ordinance is held invalid, such invalidity shall not affect other provisions. This ordinance is hereby declared to be severable for such purposes.
Is there discussion?
Judge, this Public Facilities Board is a very important board. It deals with HUD monies, HUD funds, and housing and monies for utilities. It helps people live that need the help. A lot of pass-through money goes through this board. We've had some problems with the board in the past. We're in trouble both at a state and federal level with it, and if we're not very careful, we're right on the verge of the federal people moving our board, our Mississippi County board, to Greene County. And we don't want to lose that board here in Mississippi County. There was a vacancy for 263 days, as the ordinance states. Had the remaining 2 members of that board appointed new members within 30 days, that would have been legal if they had brought it to us for confirmation. That did not happen. Now it falls as the responsibility of this quorum court to reappoint these 3 board members. So we've got 3 excellent volunteers willing to serve on this board. I don't think we could have found better people in the county to help us with this. As I said, this is a very important position. This is a very important step that we need to take tonight. I hope and pray for your support and vote for a positive outcome on this. Being an ordinance, we'll need to read this thing 3 times, but I'd like to shut my mouth and let somebody else talk if they need to.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules and read it for a second time by title only.
I'd second that.
Would you call the roll?
Justice Ash?
Yes.
Justice Fleeman?
Yes.
Justice Hinton?
Yes.
Justice Hepler?
Yes.
Justice Jackson?
Yes.
Justice Nelson?
Yes.
Justice Norval?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Ordinance number O2019-33. An ordinance authorizing the appointment of board members to the Mississippi County Public Facilities Board, currently vacant, to be effective immediately and for other purposes.
Move that we suspend the rules and advance to the 3rd reading by title only.
Second.
Would you call the roll?
Justice Ash?
Yes.
Justice Fleeman?
Yes.
Justice Hinton?
Yes.
Justice Hepler?
Yes.
Justice Jackson?
Yes.
Justice Nelson?
Yes.
Justice Norval?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Ordinance number O2019-33. An ordinance authorizing the appointment of board members to the Mississippi County Public Facilities Board, currently vacant, to be effective immediately and for other purposes.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Is there any more discussion?
Judge, as soon as, if this ordinance does in fact pass in just a second, as soon as we get through with that vote, then I would like to make a motion to attach an emergency clause to this.
Would you call the roll?
Justice Ash?
Yes.
Justice Fleeman?
Yes.
Justice Hinton?
Yes.
Justice Hepler?
Yes.
Justice Jackson?
Yes.
Justice Nelson?
Yes.
Justice Norval?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes. Judge, being the immediacy of action needed to keep this board in Mississippi County, I make a motion that we attach the emergency clause to this, making this ordinance effective immediately.
Second.
We're good.
Do we want to call the roll?
Please.
Would you call the roll?
Justice Ash?
Yes.
Justice Fleeman?
Yes.
Justice Hinton?
Yes.
Justice Helpler?
Yes.
Justice Jackson?
Yes.
Justice Nelson?
Yes.
Justice Norval?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Just passed ordinance number 0219-33. And now we get to the appropriation ordinances.
Judge, we have an appropriation ordinance, well, is this one regarding Dover Dixon Horn LLC? Would we ask the clerk to read that ordinance, please?
Okay. Ordinance number, appropriation ordinance number 2019-34. An ordinance authorizing modifying appropriations for the operation of Mississippi County government, including an appropriation for a Nucor Steel Arkansas Incentive Award and for other purposes. Whereas Amendment 97 to the Constitution of the State of Arkansas permits Mississippi County, Arkansas to appropriate funds for the financing of economic development projects directly to private corporate entities, whereas the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas wishes to provide funding for the Nucor Steel 2018 Job Creation Incentive Award, whereas the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas has been advised by the law firm of Dover, Dixon, and Horn, PLLC, that Nucor Steel Arkansas's coal mill and galv line expansions meet the definitions of economic development projects, as defined in Amendment 97 to the Constitution of the State of Arkansas. And whereas the Planning and Development Committee of Mississippi County, Arkansas has recommended that the Quorum Court accept the legal opinion of the law firm of Dover, Dixon, and Horn, PLLC, given by letter dated August 21st, 2019, in which said firm advised that Mississippi County, Arkansas is permitted to provide funding for economic development projects directly to private corporate entities. Now therefore be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas, that upon Nucor Steel Arkansas providing substantiation for reimbursement of incurred expenses which qualify as economic development projects under the 2018 Job Creation Agreement between Mississippi County, Arkansas and Nucor Steel Arkansas, the appropriate officers and employees of Mississippi County, Arkansas are hereby permitted and directed to reimburse Nucor Steel Arkansas directly for all funds expended pursuant to said agreement. 2, all appropriations previously authorized, approved, and made as to all other offices, departments, and agencies of county government, and all other funds not hereinabove changed are to remain as previously appropriated. Detailed provisions of said appropriations are reflected in the schedule of specific items listed by account numbers within the category for each office and filed in the office of the county court clerk. 3, this ordinance being an appropriation ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately from and after its passage and approval by the county judge.
Is
Move for
there,
adoption.
Second.
is there discussion?
Any discussion? No, it's appropriation.
Would you call the roll?
Justice Ash?
Yes.
Justice Fleeman?
Yes.
Justice Hinton?
Yes.
Justice Helpler?
Yes.
Justice Jackson?
Yes.
Justice Nelson?
Yes.
Justice Norval?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
And that was appropriation ordinance
34.
34. Would you read the appropriation ordinance, please?
Appropriation ordinance number 2019-35, an ordinance authorizing modifying appropriations for the Mississippi County, Arkansas landfill and for other purposes. Whereas it is necessary to provide funding for corrective action order for the purpose of operating the Mississippi County, Arkansas landfill. Whereas the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas has reviewed the needed funding and has approved same. Now therefore be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas, that 1, the following appropriations modifications are hereby made to the 2019 budget. Slot or account number 3009.0700.4805 for permit modifications in the amount of $300,000. 2, all appropriations previously authorized, approved, and made as to all other offices, departments, and agencies of county government, and all other funds not hereinabove changed are to remain as previously appropriated. Detailed provisions of said appropriations are reflected in the schedule of specific items listed by account numbers within the category for each office and filed in the office of the county court clerk. 3, this ordinance being an appropriation ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately from and after its passage and approval by the county judge.
Is there discussion?
I'm sure I've heard it before because I do that a lot, but, what part of the landfill and what's happening here?
This is the class 1 that we're closing, in the process of finishing closing. This has been really ongoing for quite some time. And last year, we knew that this corrective action order was put in place. And the way I understand it, I wasn't here then, but I believe it slipped through the cracks and
The appropriation slipped through the cracks for the 2019 budget. We started the process in 2018.
Yeah.
Started to work. And we'll get to see this. If y'all come to the meeting tomorrow, out at the road department, you can see where they're laying the boards and we're changing they are changing the slope on the landfill to the that it was supposed to be at to begin with. It's costing us $300,000 to fix it, and we forgot to appropriate the money.
That, if I'm not mistaken, that landfill was overfilled.
It was.
And it became very steep to drive up on. And like I said, if y'all are able to get to the road department meeting tomorrow, I would invite you all to drive your vehicle up that slope and you'll see this house. if you dare.
How many does your judge car hold?
We've been up it a couple of times. It's quite a sight, but it was overfilled, and so we had to send land leveling equipment up there, tractors with dirt buckets on there to take off some areas and apply it to others so that it would have the slope that's required by ADEQ. And we've done that. We've seeded it. First we applied 24 inches of soil, I believe, all over it, and which was a big job because, as you all know, it has rained since last August and just now quit. And it had drug out so long that I instructed the road department to, instead of applying a spoil when they clean out a ditch, to put it in trucks and haul it back up there so that we could meet the demands of AEQ, because we had supposed to have done it by December 31 of last year. And so the road department and Tony Stone had helped a great deal, and we've got some additional trucks, and we hauled dirt for a while.
You see the big bales of straw and grass seed that they've got prepared to roll out and seed that hillside. Pretty interesting.
Yes, it is. It looks really nice. The whole place looks good. James Roundtree, which has taken the spot of director, has done a great job.
Don't worry, your vehicle before you go there. It's dusty out there.
So this is gonna finish the closure of the old one, is that correct?
No, not even. This is gonna fix it so we can start.
Start the closing. Okay.
Cost us $1 million to close it.
I remember this discussion now. I remember the $1 million figure now.
When this is over, the next venture is we're going to put a cap on it that I don't think it's rubber, but it's a material similar to that. Because one of the problems, especially with the Class 1 landfill, is when it rains, it will go down through that. It'll permeate that, and then the water will become contaminated. And then when it gets in the bottom, we have pumps in place to pump it out. And we do this every day of the week, is pump the Class 1 leachate out. And if you put a rubber cap over it, well, then the idea is that when it rains on it, it'll move off to the side rather than down through it. And those are, if you'll go up on that, especially the Class 1 that we're working on right now, you can sit up there. I can go up there 2 or 3 times a week, and you park your truck, and when that machinery moves around, we'll have a packer and a couple of track hoes and a couple of bulldozers, and you'll feel your truck will shake. So, it's something to go up there and look at. I hope you're all there, but if there's not any other questions.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Would you call the roll?
Justice Ash,
Yes.
Justice Fleeman,
Yes.
Justice Hinton,
Yes.
Justice Helpler,
Yes.
Justice Jackson,
Yes.
Justice Nelson,
Yes.
Justice Norval,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yes.
You just approved appropriation ordinance 2019-35.
And I'm going up there tomorrow, Janice said we can use her truck.
We'll all get in the back.
The pretty one, right? The pretty truck.
Would you read the
If you watch
appropriation
it.
ordinance, please?
Appropriation ordinance number O-2019-36. An ordinance authorizing modifying appropriations for the operation of the Mississippi County government, including an appropriation for economic development and for other purposes. Whereas it is necessary for planning and development purposes to conduct environmental studies on 2 separate pieces of real property in Blytheville and Osceola, whereas the Planning and Development Committee has approved and recommends funding and appropriation for each such study, now therefore be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas, that 1, the following appropriations modifications are hereby made for the 2019 budget. Slot or account number 3414.0129.8961 for environmental soils cultural studies in the amount of $300,000. 2, all appropriations previously authorized, approved, and made as to all other offices, departments, and agencies of county government and all other funds not hereinabove changed are to remain as previously appropriated. Detailed provisions of said appropriations are reflected in the schedule of specific items listed by account numbers within the category for each office and filed in the office of the county court clerk. 3, this ordinance being an appropriation ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately from and after its passage and approval by the county judge.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Is there discussion?
Judge, Mr. Chipwood spoke to this, and I spoke to it earlier. I think everybody's pretty well aware of it. If there are any questions, I'll be glad to entertain them.
Any questions? Would you call the roll?
Justice Sash,
Yes.
Justice Fleeman,
Yes.
Justice Hinton,
Yes.
Justice Helpler,
Yes.
Justice Jackson,
Yes.
Justice Nelson,
Yes.
Justice Norval,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yes.
Just passed appropriation ordinance number 2019-36. We had one more appropriation ordinance. Would you read the ordinance, please?
Appropriation ordinance number O-2019-37. An ordinance authorizing modifying appropriations for the funding of a certain economic development project and for other purposes. Whereas the following economic development project is in need of funding from Mississippi County, Arkansas, Mr. Davis's Pickles commitment. Whereas the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas has reviewed the needed funding and has approved same. Now therefore be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Mississippi County, Arkansas, that 1, the following appropriations modifications are hereby made for the 2019 budget. Slot or account number 3414.0160.3999 for Mr. Davis's Pickles commitment in the amount of $15,000. Account number 3414.0160.3030 for Mr. Davis's Pickles rent in the amount of $35,000. Number 2, all appropriations previously authorized, approved, and made as to all other offices, departments, and agencies of county government and all other funds not hereinabove changed are to remain as previously appropriated. Detailed provisions of said appropriations are reflected in the schedule of specific items listed by account numbers within the category for each office and filed in the office of the county court clerk. 3, this ordinance being an appropriation ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately from and after its passage and approval by the county judge.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Is there discussion?
Judge, it's one of those items that I did mention in my opening about the meeting that we had this month. It's a new business, hopefully will be located on Main Street. $35,000 for rent, $15,000 for equipment, for a very small business, and hopefully we'll be successful.
And you can buy these pickles locally in the grocery store.
Yes, you can. And they're very good, by the way. Would you call the roll?
Justice Ash?
Yes.
Justice Fleeman?
Yes.
Justice Hinton?
Yes.
Justice Helpler?
Yes.
Justice Jackson?
Yes.
Justice Nelson?
Yes.
Justice Norval?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Approved appropriation ordinance number 2019 dash. I know, I forgot.
There's an excellent pickle.
38.
38.
Those are the
No,
last.
that's 37.
37 of the appropriation ordinances and the regular ordinances. Justice White had already mentioned that this is our last time in this courtroom for the foreseeable future. This is the first time in the last 100 years that we won't be using this building to conduct county business. And when we're back here in about 24 months, it's going to look quite different. So I'm excited about it. Is there anything else that we need to bring before this court?
Judge, I just asked prayers for the Birch family. They've had a death in the family last evening. And just keep Brother Neil and his family in your prayers.
Anything else?
Move to adjourn.
We're adjourned.